the shit show.
This is the podcast we call a shit show. No filter as our lips go. 3 hosts to get to know. First up, Brian, clinically insane and a bit racy. Matt, well, he's just batshit crazy. Anthony, last but not least, not crazy but gonna unleash the beast. He'll debate you until your opinion's released. I wish I could say we're better than the rest, but we're just mediocre at best. This is it. Grab a chair and sit and get ready for the shit.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to The Shit Show, a mediocre at best podcast with the most vile intro in history. I'm one of your hosts, Anthony Costanzo. With me, as always, Brian Rooney.
Yo.
And Matt Lemary.
Hello.
Joining us again, Mr. Christopher Milianti.
What up?
You don't sound happy to be back.
I don't know if I'm happy to be back. I don't mean that. Like, I feel like I'm not welcome here. That's what I'm saying.
Well, Destiny's not welcome here, and we have to hear that every fucking time you're here. So.
Hi, Twizzy.
See?
What? Hello? What is...
Is that Nicole?
Yes, that's Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. Alright.
Hi, Nicole.
Where are you?
See, if Chris wasn't playing Destiny, there'd be a video and you could wave.
But can anyone that's listening to this see the video?
No, but we disregard that all the time anyway.
Yeah.
90% of the time we actually forget that we're recording and we're just talking to each other.
Yeah, I mean, usually that's the deal, and then we do a lot of gestures that you need to see and can't.
Reference things in people's rooms.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the basis of the show.
Right. And I think the new basis of our show should be emails, because...
We got some pretty solid gold ones this time.
Well, no, I mean, they're just usually fun. So, emails, people email, you could send an email, it's sspodcast1@gmail.com. No matter what you say, I will read, which you'll see here, I'm not joking, whenever you write, I'll read. So this says, hello, I'm a devoted listener to the shit show.
Oh, let's stop you right there. What?
That's where you went
I'm
wrong.
not a devoted listener of this show.
I've literally never listened to the show.
I listen to it every week.
I've been
Anthony,
listening
you do
to
too.
it. I've been listening to it since we started, fixing it, but go on.
Yeah.
Fixing it?
So they said, I would love to do a meet and greet. Maybe Brian could autograph my dick since he loves cockscoping.
Wow.
I have an opinion. Yeah, I don't know what cockscoping is. Does anyone know what cockscoping is?
Sounds hard.
I mean, it sounds like something with looking at cocks.
I wonder if it was a bad autocorrect.
Well, that's what you're into.
I mean, cockscope comes up later.
Cock smoking?
Ah.
We'll go on. I have...
Do you want to do a cock stain? That's some white freaky shit.
I'm going to keep going now. I have an opinion about last week's show. I actually found last week's show to be extremely funny. The cock stories were great. I guess this is in defense of Chris. Brian questioned and criticized Chris for staring at a guy whacking off for the length of a traffic light. But Brian doesn't see any issues with himself staring at a distressed dick for an hour at Six Flags.
A distressed dick.
I just found this to be funny. Brian, you do cockscope at the gym too? Brian, you, sir, are gay. Call me with a winky face.
Hello there.
Well, hello.
You made a new friend.
Yeah, double cock scoping. That's hard to say.
Call him and try to find out what cockscoping is, because I've never heard this term.
I was.
Well, you know how to use a big long telescope, you got to put your eye right next to it. I would imagine it's similar.
So you're telling me I'm gonna look up the urethra?
That's right.
So last week,
Anthony, do it. Aw, they're gonna quote Friends.
No, last week we were talking about how you were staring at the guy at Six Flags, and Matt let us know that was called a moose knuckle.
Yeah,
if you recall. I was watching an episode of
with a
Clips.
gesture, by the way.
What?
With a gesture that he did, when no one else could see.
Moose knuckle. I was watching an episode of Clipped, which is a random show on TBS, and someone was referring to a male camel toe, and the other person corrects them and goes, "It's actually a moose knuckle." I was like, "Where am I?"
I've never heard the term moose knuckle before until
and now it's going to come up all the time.
I'm global.
I mean, Matt was just so excited. He's like, "That's called a moose knuckle."
Sure,
Matt gets around.
I mean, is it a problem if Matt gets around?
Brian, you're
No,
Canadian.
I'm just
you should
saying.
know about the moose knuckle.
It was very matter of fact and just like dropping some knowledge on us when he was like, "Actually, guys, it's a moose knuckle."
I mean, Matt, you shouldn't really talk about anything with moose because you, in one episode, argued that the plural of moose was meese. So,
It's not?
oh boy. No, it's not. Moose is moose.
Moose.
It's plural already.
It's moosin'.
Moose.
Was that Brian Regan, right?
Yeah.
So we got another email. I'm going to just leave names out of all emails, unless they say it in the actual email. This person said, Christopher.
Yes.
Full name in you.
That's me.
I understand tacos are delicious.
Oh, here we go.
I myself often do enjoy some delicious tacos. But what I do not enjoy are people listening to people eat their tacos while I'm trying to listen to other things.
Someone's jelly.
When I say other things, I mean people making fools of themselves. So, Christopher, if you were to eat again on what they tried to call a show, you're off the island. Goodbye. I didn't know we were on an island.
Do I get like a torch that I get to put out if I get booted off the island?
No.
Is this Survivor?
It sounded like a combination of Survivor and The Weakest Link.
I see a better game possibility out of this. We take 5 seconds, we listen to Chris chew and make reactions. We have to guess what he's eating.
Ooh.
New game.
I mean, we would have lost last week, even though we had video, because as you pointed out, it looked soft shell, but sounded hard.
Semi-soft.
That's a good point.
He had a semi.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It was
yes,
a semi taco.
Hold on, I think we got another email. Hold on 1 second. I'm having some phone issues, and by phone issues, I just mean I exited my email.
I opened up my notes app and my phone just crashed on me. So
You want to?
Okay. This email is entitled "Gentleman," and then the subject starts, and I use that term lightly.
I would have enjoyed it better if it was The Gentleman.
The League.
The
How I
Gentleman.
Met Your Mother.
No. Fuck that show.
Go.
Wow.
Alright, anyway, gentlemen, and I use that term lightly. Brian is called gay, but you all suck dick. Go die. That's it.
I don't.
We're back to these emails again.
And there
I
is
thought
one
we
more.
reached a milestone where we're getting people that were actually starting to engage with us.
So this is the final email. And again, the email address is sspodcast1@gmail.com. And I'm giving it now because this could just turn into something funny. Just make sure I have it again, you guys email about this. So, a couple weeks ago, there was an email that just said, "Fuck Mexico." Am I right, Brian? just to get that back out there. So this email says, "Brian, someone told you to go fuck Mexico, and you didn't fuck Mexico. I don't understand why you wouldn't fuck Mexico. I mean, Mexico, fuck it, right? So anyway, I feel like we could just start a nice email chain of fuck different countries. I myself, fuck England. Because why? They're English. Fuck them."
Really, I actually would. I'm surprised by that. I would have put my money on you saying "fuck Italy."
This isn't from me.
Sure, it isn't, Brian.
Oh, it sounded like you. It sounded like you wanted, like you switched off, and then that's what you were saying.
Oh, that was the email.
Whoa.
So-
All right.
I thought you.
Right?
Thought the
Okay.
email stopped 5 sentences ago.
Thank you. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
The email is saying we can have a fun email chain about fuck different countries, and this.
I thought that was all. Have
So
you
did
been
I.
reading from a script this entire series?
I read that email twice. That's why I read it so smooth.
Oh.
Brian, you can't pregame the emails.
Well, I don't really pregame them.
No,
I just...
what we should do is give them to Chris to read. That'll be a treat.
Oh,
True
that's
or
not.
false,
The kid
you
can't even
write
read.
Not a
and
good
then
decision.
read all emails, Brian.
Say that
What?
again, Matt.
True or false, you write and then read all emails.
I don't write any emails because I'm too lazy. So you people that do write emails, you're less lazy than me.
All right, so this guy has a problem with England.
Yeah, because fuck England. They're English, right?
They mind the gap.
While I do agree with the statement, the English are English,
Right.
I'm not sure I even get the point.
You're 50% on board with his statement.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I as well am 50% on board with the statement because I've never been to England. I have no issues with England.
Matt has.
They got gaps in their teeth.
It's expensive there.
So does Michael Strahan.
So do you.
Me?
What?
Chris.
I don't have gaps in my teeth.
Not in your front one.
Well, that all the ones don't matter.
He doesn't. I think he has a point.
Who? Me?
Yes, you have a point. Chris, I'm sticking up for you. You have a point.
Sweet. I got people on my side this time.
Just
Yeah.
hold on tight and just ride that hard because it's not going to last.
Ride it hard.
See?
Awkward.
See what I mean?
So I was working with a coworker, and I had
Whoa! Sound the alarm. You were working with a coworker?
Well, you know, a lot of times I work alone. That just sounds funny.
The
Anyway,
shift
so-
persisted.
Fuck off. So I was working with a coworker, and we were talking, and I didn't bring this movie up on here, but I will now. So I recently watched a movie. It was called Pound of Flesh.
Why have
Came
I heard
out.
of this before?
I think I might have told you about it on PlayStation.
Oh. Or Saturday.
Oh yeah, I was with you Saturday. I probably did tell you about
That's
it.
probably one.
So Pound of Flesh. It was a movie that came out
Yeah.
this year, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, and it was about a guy that's kidney got stolen, and then he goes like for revenge. Surprisingly entertaining. So when I was telling my coworker about this, he's like, "Oh, like, Jean-Claude still makes movies," and I was like, "Yeah, I mean some of them are pretty good." So I brought up that movie Enemies Closer, which I talked about on here with Orlando Jones when he gets into a fist fight with Jean-Claude.
Mhm.
So I was telling him, like, yeah, Orlando Jones is in it, and he gets into a fist fight with him and doesn't die, and I found that to be funny. And I was like, you know where Orlando Jones is, right? And he was like trying to place him like he was in Evolution, loved that movie. He was one of the 7-Up guys, and he's just trying to like place him, and he couldn't. So then he thought he got there. He thought he had him, and I'm like, yeah, it was just weird. He's like, oh, I know who it is. I'm like, yeah, it was weird to see him in a serious role because he wasn't a jokester. Like usually he's a goofball. And he's like, he plays serious roles. I'm like, name one. And he goes, did you ever hear of Dark Vader? And I'm like, first off, Darth Vader. Second, that is James Earl Jones. So
Yes. Oh, it's so good.
yeah, but then he finally got who Orlando Jones was after looking at a picture. But yeah, Dark Vader, Dark.
Well, he's not really light. I mean,
I would like an ice cream.
I don't know what you're getting at.
What flavor?
dark chocolate.
Come on, Brian. Don't fail me on this one.
I think I'm failing you.
Brian.
You know, Matt. Come on.
It
One of you has.
doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's from my ass.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're off
So
the
that-
I
island.
can get you ice cream. What flavor? It doesn't matter. It's from my ass.
It took me a while. I got there though. Fuck you. So
Take
anyway,
it! Take the leg!
he thinks he's an athlete.
I like that. Is there anything we can do? He thinks he's an athlete. He says it right in front of him. It's awesome.
So that when I said he's a 7-Up guy, he typed in like 7-Up and was looking at pictures because he thought James Earl Jones was once a 7-Up guy as well, which he wasn't. That I don't think anyway. So then a picture came up, Cool Spot. Remember Cool Spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 7-Up dot guy.
Yeah. Remember the
He's
Sega
big.
Genesis game, Cool Spot? Love that game.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yes.
I feel like there was a Game Boy game as well.
It was. I just dropped my whiskey.
Why is your video off? I feel like this is an important day to have your video on.
I'm cleaning whiskey.
Are you licking it off the floor?
No, I'm cleaning it with a sock, as Matt would call that, a college maneuver.
Make 7-Up yours.
Chris got to experience a new movie yesterday.
Oh no.
I had him and James sit down and watch Tusk with me. Have you either of you seen Tusk?
That's that Kevin Smith movie.
Kevin
Yes.
Smith. What is it about a killer walrus or something
Walrus,
ridiculous?
yes. It's about a crazy man who was once stranded at sea, and the only reason he survived is because a walrus kept him safe and warm. Eventually, he needed food, so he killed the walrus and ate it, and he always felt guilty about this. So what he decided to do is kidnap people and then try and turn them into walruses. I don't know why he didn't
Walrus Eye.
Walrus. And so he tries to turn them into walrus. He he cuts off their legs. He fashions tusks out of their leg bones, fuses their arms to their bodies. He makes them into a walrus. That's basically all you need to get out of this.
Spoilers, guys.
If you're gonna see Tusk, you've seen Tusk. That's all right. So is that fair?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I guess it has to be now, right?
So, yeah. So, well, anyway, Chris and James got to experience that last night, and that was born from one of Kevin Smith's podcasts.
Is that a horror movie or a comedy movie?
Still yet to be determined.
Column A, column B.
That's the thing. The movie's tone shifts so many times, you never understand what it's supposed to be. There's like elements that are super creepy, and then things that are just outlandishly hysterical.
I don't know if I would put outlandishly hysterical in this premise you're giving me, but okay.
Yeah.
You have to. Justin Long is pretty solid in it.
A movie I saw recently that gave me similar thoughts, not as much on the creepiness side, but tiptoed the line between like serious and funny movie was The World's End with Simon Pegg. See that?
Oh yeah, I thought that was rather boring.
It was strange movie, and then at the end, all of a sudden, it's like this epic movie of like, oh yeah, we're gonna restart civilization or like something like that. Like, I thought it was about dudes drinking 10 beers or I don't know. It was very average to their standards.
Did I know Chris did. Matt and Brian, did you guys see Hot Tub Time Machine?
Oh yeah, and the second one.
Okay, so the second one was
So
hot
the first
garbage.
one.
Am I right?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't see it. I saw the first one.
The first one was
The
great,
first
though.
one is one of the sneakiest comedies
Yeah,
of
agreed.
our generation.
Because
See, I found it very boring. The first one.
I thought it was
You would.
hilarious. I think all of the little subplots are great about like, ooh, this is the part where the guy's going to lose his arm. I think that's an awesome ongoing
Yes.
storyline. The guy that plays Lou is just fantastic.
I like how Chevy Chase is in there and no one's going to have a clue who the hell he is.
Yeah, it's just sad. He looks sad.
Yeah. Oh, but that second one, no bueno.
Nah, it's not worth acknowledging. But the first one is
First one totally worth your time. Second one, just forget that happened. Just ignore that.
Sneaky good. I love when Craig Robinson what's his real name? What's the guy's real name?
That is his real name.
Oh, it is. Okay. What's his name in the movie then? I guess that's right. Well, whatever. I like when Craig Robinson calls his wife, but because it's in the 80s, she's really only 9 years old. But he's like shouting at her. He's
Yes.
like, "You're a slut! You're a slut! And you blew that guy!" And she's like, "What is this?" It's good. It's a good movie.
Were any of those people in the second one?
They were all in the second one.
What do you?
Oh, were they?
John Cusack wasn't in the second one,
Oh.
Oh, god damn it.
but Apparently his name is Nick. Matt.
Nick, there you go.
Nick.
I like the first time you see him, he's working at like a doggy grooming parlor called Sup Dog, and he greets people. Sup Dog.
Maybe I need to give this movie another chance and rewatch it.
I think you really do. Like I've seen it at least 4 times.
Judging by your reaction, it makes me think that you watched the second one.
Yeah. You see him. I don't get it. Why is it a? What do they keep seeing this happening again?
I just gotta watch it, I guess. I saw it in theaters when it came out, and I was like, this sucked.
Hold on. Without looking, what would you say is the Rotten Tomatoes for Hot Tub Time Machine?
40.
And
41, Bob.
Damn
wow. The difference between the first and the second is fantastic. The first one
63.
is a 63. The second one is 14.
Whoa!
Wow, that's real bad.
I don't know what I'm more shocked about. That actually was a 61, or the second one's a 14.
Although the audience score is lower. But this is like a movie where the audience score should be higher than the critic score. So that's interesting. But it's pretty close.
What's the Rotten Tomatoes on Paul Blart 2? Because I just watched that.
It's been on TV a lot.
The second one?
Yeah.
The second one
Probably
just
the first
came
one,
out.
probably.
Maybe it's the first one. Whatever.
Oh,
Wait.
guess.
No, wait. What was the first one? I gotta look. Right. What do you think the first one was in comparison to the second one?
Well, I know when the second one first came out, I saw the Metacritic was like a 6. I don't know how much that has gone up.
The first one, the tomato score is 33. The second one, we did take a bit of a dip, and we're at 6.
Oh, it's still a 6. Okay.
That's gotta be one of the lowest. That's gotta be one of the lowest.
What did Observe and Report get? Because that one came out around the same time as Paul Blart, and that was god-awful.
Except when there's 2 scenes in that you just can't help but just laugh. When he gets left, like, in the ghetto, and he has like, the nightstick and just beats the shit out of everybody. And then at the end, he's chasing the guy and just has a gun blast him. Like, why did he just do that from the beginning? And there was so much blood.
There's another movie that I guess is just coming out to DVD this week that is 8%, and it's that movie with Sofia Vergara and Reese Witherspoon. 8%. You think it would get 15 alone just because there's 2 hot chicks in it, but I'm wrong.
Nobody wanted to watch that.
8%.
Was that Hot Pursuit? Is that what that was?
Yeah, Hot Pursuit.
Observe and Report has a higher percentage than Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Hot Pursuit only made $34 million. How much did it cost to film? $34 million. Like, as of 3 years ago, Reese Witherspoon was one of the highest paid actresses in Hollywood, and they said she made like over $20 million a film or something.
Over $20?
Over 20, definitely true. Over $20 a minute, probably. But if the film only made 35 and they had to pay her like 20 something, Sofia Vergara, like they definitely lost the shitload of money.
How about that Rotten Tomatoes score on the current Fantastic Four that just dropped?
Oh my! Did you see the director tweeted like, "Yeah, don't see this."
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Well, the director said that they ruined that movie because they ruined it in the editing room with the cut. Like they cut it to death.
I know nothing about the movie. Like, what has been going on?
This is like the 3rd time they're trying to do some sort of origins movie for Fantastic Four. It might even be like the 4th or 5th try, like because there was one in the 90s, and I think there may have been one in the.
Okay, so there were 2. There was a 1 and a sequel.
No, but like there was even a cheesier one like in the 90s where Mr. Fantastic gets married and he's like waving through the sunroof in a limo with like a big rubber arm, and it looks like ridiculous.
You seem to have a very vivid memory of this.
Yeah.
He watched it every day.
Yeah, I've seen all of them. I am the fan in Fantastic Four.
But the only one.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one in 94.
Wow, there it is. The Fantastic Four.
2000,
1994. Ho ho.
2005. 2007, 2015, and of course there's one already coming out in 2017.
Yeah, that one's probably not going to make it.
Just quit.
So, give me the lowdown of this movie because I know nothing. Like, what is going on?
Well, there's 4 people. They're fantastic.
No, I know the story.
Now I could be completely wrong on this because I know things have changed over the years, but I believe Fox has the right to that film, and if they didn't make another movie, they were going to lose those rights. So they had to make one, and they decided to reboot it again, right into the ground.
Squeezed it right out.
That's right.
All right, now
What
what is so terrible about it?
Watch a trailer.
They're just the worst.
The
like
trailers look okay though.
Really?
You think I think the trailers even look shitty, and honestly, I would put movies like Green Lantern at like they're at like Green Lantern level, maybe even slightly below.
And the I don't know the name, like Johnny the fire guy and the invisible chick, they're supposed to be like brother and sister, and like now one's black, one's white.
Oh yeah, I said this on one of the shows.
So stupid.
So you do know some stuff about it.
No, I don't know anything.
Of course, the only thing you know is a race thing.
No, I don't know anything that like the director tweeting don't see it. I know nothing about the movie's reviews. I know about the Fantastic Four, and I asked you. I said, "Aren't they brother and sister? Are they going to address that one's black?" I said that on here.
But Rotten Tomato wise, like the original one with Jessica Alba and Chris Evans, like which should have been good. I thought when the trailers for that one came out in 2005, I thought it was going to be solid. I got a 27. It was a huge disappointment. They made a sequel anyway. It got 37%. It was a little bit better, the Silver Surfer, I guess, because it moved away from the origins a little bit. And I did like the I did like the cast. I'm not a big Chris Evans fan in general, but I thought it was okay. And I thought they could build from that. But then the new one got 9%. So I don't know. And like the cast is okay. Kate Mara, she's the hot chick from House of Cards. Miles Teller, who's a weird looking human in Whiplash.
He's great in Whiplash.
He is good. His big thing is on Twitter. I was reading he tweets out like, "Hey guys, I'm actually way better looking than you think I am," and all he does is post pictures of like his supermodel girlfriend, trying to like overcompensate and convince people that people think he's good looking.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is he that ugly? I don't know what he looks like.
He's goofy looking.
All right.
His face is jacked up. He got it looks like he got mauled by something.
God damn it, Chris.
What happened?
I'm gonna guess Diet Coke.
Anthony?
If it was actually Coke, it would be regular Coke. He wouldn't drink Diet. That's not him. But I'm gonna guess Bud Light, probably.
Nope.
I'm going iced tea.
Protein shake?
It was probably actually Coke. I had a little bit of Coke today.
What?
Wait.
God.
What do you
All
mean
of a sudden you're
probably
drinking soda
actually? How do you not know what you just consumed?
Well, I don't know what the burp was, but if we're going to go with the soda causing the burp, then yeah, it was Coke.
Didn't you quit that shit?
I did, but every once in a while I still have Coke soda. Like, I like soda. I'm not going to just give it up for my life.
You should. You should.
It's called moderation, Brian. Moderation.
You don't know how to do anything in moderation. Neither do I or anybody.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
No. The only thing I know how to do in moderation is not do things in moderation. Does that even make sense?
Well said. Yeah, I like that.
You moderate moderation?
I consistently don't do things in moderation.
Yeah, fuck that. I feel like we've been rambling for longer than usual without someone actually really having anything.
That's true. So back to that show Clipped that I brought up earlier. I was watching another random episode of it, and there's either any of you know the premise of the show?
Never heard of the show.
Okay, it's a barbershop in Boston, and it's just that's where it just takes place.
Why are you watching this?
It's on TBS. It was pretty funny.
It
was actually very funny. Yeah. So it actually wasn't intentional at all, but I'll take it.
You're ready. You're ready.
So
with it,
one of the characters. So there's all the quirky characters. There's the guy that was the popular kid in high school. There's the guy. All these kids they went to school together like when they were younger. So there's the guy that owns the shop who was the dweeb. The guy that the popular kid that was his friend that works there, the couple of the girls, and then there's obviously the token black person, and there's a heavyset white guy who is gay. All right, and then random episode, he walks down into. I only saw like the tail and like maybe 10 minutes of it. He walks down into the barbershop because they hang out outside on the roof. And he goes down there, and his boyfriend comes to pick him up, gives him a big kiss, wearing a cop outfit, also black, Reginald Vell Johnson.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes!
And I'm now convinced that he doesn't play anything but a cop.
For everyone that doesn't know, Carl Winslow.
Ah.
Important question. Mustache,
Also-
no mustache.
Also played Carl Winslow in Die Hard.
Yes.
He
Also
really
plays
doesn't
gay
play
Carl
anything but a
Winslow
cop.
in
Like,
Clipped.
he's never been in anything but a cop.
Was he a cop in Ghostbusters?
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Wait, when was he in Ghostbusters?
I don't know. He's credited,
Alright.
though,
He's in Ghostbusters?
apparently.
I feel like he is, but I can't picture
Known
him
for
right now.
Family Matters, Die Hard 2, and Ghostbusters. And yes, he
Well-
did have a mustache.
Apparently, in 2012, he was in General Hospital, where he played a reverend.
Huh.
All right.
That's like the cops of Jesus.
And there's your episode title.
The Cops of Jesus?
Yeah. Reverend. Officer Reverend.
I will pay anyone here money if they remember what his name in Die Hard was.
I have no idea. I'm not even going to look.
His name in Die Hard. I feel like Chris would get this one.
I feel like I don't need to look this up, but I'm going to double check to make sure I'm correct.
God damn it.
I am correct.
I am confused why it has what his name was, and in the parentheses it says, as Reginald Vell Johnson.
Wait, that doesn't even make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
They're implying that he
They're
actually
implying that a
is.
different actor was there playing him in Die Hard.
Was his... I don't know. Was his name Carl? I'm going to go with Carl.
No.
Al Powell.
Oh, Al. Yeah. I'm disappointed in myself. I haven't watched the original Die Hard in a while.
What do they put in those things anyway? Sugar-rich flour, partially hydrated vegetable oil, polysorbate 60, and yellow dye number 5. Just everything a growing boy needs.
So good. Have any of you guys watched Celebrity Game Night?
I've seen it. I don't really like it.
Right. Well, I watched an episode that we recorded it yesterday because Kevin Smith was on it, and as you all know, I'm obsessed with him. And it ended up like the ending of it ended up being hysterical. Brian, you'll get a kick out of this. I feel like this is something that you would just love. They play this game where the three celebrities have to make the other person guess the song. Okay. And the person that has to guess the song is wearing sound-canceling headphones, and the people that are making them guess can hear the song. You follow so far?
I follow.
Are they acting out lyrics or something?
They're basically charades to make them guess the title of a song, but the person can't hear the song. Only the people giving the clues can hear the song.
Wow.
Okay?
Go on.
So,
Go on.
oh man, I can't now. I just blanked on his name. The guy that plays that does like all the voices on SNL. He does Denzel and he does Barack like really good.
I don't watch SNL.
Either of you
Yeah,
know
I
his
got
name?
nothing.
Hang on one sec. Let me.
To the Google.
Yeah.
I'm not going to know anyway, so you might as well
Was it
know
just-
the story.
Just give him credit where credit's due because he's great. Shit. The hell is his name?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Come up with his name for me.
Is it Trey something or
Frederico.
no? It's
Jim Bob.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It's gonna drive me crazy though. Anyway, so they're trying to make it's two black guys are acting out this song, okay? And the song
Jay Farrow.
Jay Farrow, thank you. Yes, the song is "It's Raining Men," and they're both
Brian, try
the
to
two
stay
black
calm.
guys are like they're moving their fingers, right? They're moving their fingers in front of their face, like water falling down on them. And then the one girl that's up there with them is pointing at them. So she got they were doing raining, and then she was pointing at them, men, and she's got rain, and then she pointed at the two black guys, and the girl yells out, "Chocolate rain!" The host was dying. The people on the other team were falling off the couch. It was so good.
Chocolate rain. Is that a song?
And then
It's a YouTube kind of meme clip thing.
And then
that was on Tosh Point, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did it on Charge 4.0, yeah.
She immediately was like, "Pass," after she yelled that out. Oh my god.
That's fantastic.
So good. Anyway, that show, I feel like that show could be good. I don't know if I only watched one episode, and it was really funny because there was a really good group of people on it, but I could see it easily being.
There's some good cast members sprinkled in here. Good appearances.
Yeah, the particular one.
Giada De Laurentiis. I'd watch that one.
I don't like Giada at all.
What is there not to like?
Her forehead is tremendous. And
That's what you got?
when she smiles,
That's what we're going with.
Like, her smile-
Tremendous forehead.
when she smiles, or her mouth is wider than the fucking Joker's mouth. It's miserable. I hate her.
Yeah, you're stretching.
Since you brought up songs, Anthony, I think this would be a good point for me to say this. So we got a few emails asking if I'd ever do a full song, and I've turned it down numerous times, saying no. Yeah, I wrote a song.
Okay.
I can't record it. I don't think the words are. Oh man, they're. I'd get shot.
Oh boy.
They're pretty bad.
Well, now you have to.
I don't know.
Why bring it up? Why bring it up and leave it here? Why put that out there for us?
Why not? You remember I texted you the other day? I said the thoughts on my brain are just not okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why. Because so I sat down. And I'm like, all right. Everyone says I'm insane and crazy, so I'm just gonna write a song about being insane.
Insane in the membrane.
Right. Yeah, it's one of the more timid lines that I wrote. I was talking just about having insane crazy thoughts. So I said I had the brain of a Nazi. Maybe they had it right. Genocide, try and stop me. That was a timid line. Very timid. In comparison
That's about
to
all we have for
stuff.
this week.
Already?
I don't. You need help.
I do.
Yeah, you need to talk to somebody.
I don't know if I can record these words.
Yeah, I take it back. I don't want to hear the rest of it.
We're certainly saying them on here, which we record.
All right, but that was a timid line.
As long as it was timid, then.
There are worse ones than that. I think I need to rip up that paper I wrote it on and just never do it. Or just say fuck it and do it.
Now, Matt just sent us a picture of someone what looks to
That's
be...
Giada De Laurentiis.
That's Giada. All right, so Brian was correct. Giant forehead.
Oh, I didn't see the picture.
But she's crushing tomatoes in her hands.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite pictures because of just how ridiculous and hilarious it is.
And look how fucking wide her mouth is. What she is, I hate her. I really hate her.
I feel what do you hate those two facts? Why do you hate her as a person?
And she just pisses me off. She's on a lot, the Food Network show. She's on the next Food Network star.
You're talking about the one with the big mouth?
Yes.
I think South Park gets it down perfect when they
Oh
make
yes, yes they did. Matt, did you just see that episode?
Nah, I don't think so.
Just Google Giada South Park, and that's what I see when I look at her. And just because I already forgot, what did we say the episode title was? Something with cops and Jesus, but I don't remember.
Cops for Jesus?
Those are the cops of Jesus.
Cops of Jesus.
The cops of Jesus. I'm just going to text this into the group.
Can I just get some tater tots? Is that the video clip that I need to watch?
What?
What?
I don't know. I googled South Park and Giada.
Just go to
You got
images.
tater tots. All right.
I got tater tots.
Just go to images.
What?
Images.
What image?
She has so many teeth.
Google images.
Presented by
Click on
Mitsubishi
images.
Motors.
Google South Park and what's her face.
How do you not know how to do this, Anthony? Aren't you IT?
Oh, shut up! I'm actually trying to, and my now it's just playing the episode.
It's a good episode.
All right.
It is a good episode. As we just waste time while you watch it.
I'm looking for. Oh my god, that's terrifying.
That's what I see. That's
exactly her. That's exactly how I see her on TV too.
Yeah, no, like that's it.
They did it
Oh
perfect.
my god.
Like that is Giada to me. I don't know. Chris, you got any stories?
Oh, well, driving home from Anthony's last night, some car kicked up a piece of metal and destroyed the front of my car.
What?
Yeah, that's what I get for visiting you. So I was on the turnpike or whatever. The SUV in front of me.
Or whatever.
It's such a you and James, you both do that, and it makes no sense.
That's very concerning. Were you on the road or not?
I was on the road. Yes.
You were on the turnpike or
Okay,
whatever.
so-
Like, come on. So I was driving or whatever, maybe walking or whatever.
It doesn't matter.
You're gonna give him a complex. Let him finish the story.
Well, yeah, the whole story is driving behind this SUV. He drives over some metal chunk in the road and kicks it up at the front of my car.
Or whatever.
It just slams into my license plate, dents it, and then falls down under my car and cracks the bottom of my bumper.
Ah.
I would feel bad, but you did say you were driving on the turnpike or whatever, so I feel like you just deserve it.
That's frustrating. How much does it cost to replace a bumper these days? It's like, what, $800?
Yeah, just for the bumper, then they got to paint it,
Yeah.
which is like thousands.
It's a banana. What could it cost? $10?
I don't know. $10?
That's disgusting.
Are you gonna fix it?
Well, I just put a claim in for Geico. It's actually covered under comprehensive because the object that hit my car was moving and not like something that was just laying in the street. So because it was something that was moving because someone hit it or whatever reason it was moving. Well, because like it falls in the same thing. Like if it's a garbage can that's rolling because of the wind or whatever, it's a moving object. And,
Stop saying or whatever!
Leave him alone. So fun fact of what was it? I think it was James's 22nd birthday. We all go to the pool hall, or we're gonna go to the pool hall, and we go out to James's car, and he goes, "Oh, there's bird shit on my window." So he goes to his trunk, opens his trunk to get out his windshield wiper cleaner and his paper towel that he keeps in there. So he goes to clean the window, goes to put the stuff back in the window, slams his head into the trunk. Deep cut on his forehead. Okay, so now we're not going to the pool. We're not going to play pool. We're going to the hospital because he needs stitches. So we go, which Chris at this point said, "Are you sure you want to go to the hospital? I can just super glue it." Very important to the story. So we end up going to the hospital.
Kids have the rape stash at this point?
I don't know. I don't think so. Post rape stash?
Post rape. Everything after high school is post rape stash.
Okay. So we get to the hospital. The woman asks him how it happened and all this stuff. So she goes, first thing was, when's your birthday? And he gives him
Hold on. Can you explain how that happened, though?
I honestly have
how
no
did he
idea.
Explain to this woman how it happened?
He turned his face into the open trunk, and it's
like he was kind of like off instead of like being directly behind the car, he was kind of like on the side.
How
and like leaning into the car.
No. Who asked how did this happen? What did he say?
Oh, okay. So
my head or whatever.
No. Listen. So first thing first was she had to get the his birthday, and he goes today. So that's one. And then she goes, "How did this happen?" "I hit my head on my trunk." And then she goes, "Okay, we're gonna need your car insurance."
What?
So it ended up going under his car insurance.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a car accident, basically.
And he was like, "You should have just been like, I mean, I fell down the stairs," because who wants that on their car insurance? And Anyway, they end up finally, hours later, they take him in, and what do? Liquid stitches, which is essentially super glue on his face. And Crystal's like, we could have been done with this hours ago.
And your car insurance would have been the same.
Right.
Chris, did you really feel confident that you could super glue him shut?
It was a joke at the time, but it was like it was such a like simple cut. Like it was just straight across.
Yeah, after he sees James come out with the goo on his forehead, he just turns to me and he goes, he just goes, huh, super glue.
I feel like super glue should be put on his lips.
See, that's just mean, Brian.
Harsh.
Yeah.
Whose lips, mine or James's?
James. Why your lips? I like your stories.
Do you, Brian? Because every time I try and tell one, you're interrupted like 6 times to yell at me.
Yeah, because that's fun.
For who?
For me. I like to interrupt your stories. Do you have any more?
Nope. All out of stories today, boys.
Yeah, okay. You told one, and it was 4 seconds. So I was driving or whatever, and, something hit me or whatever. I hit something
Okay.
or whatever.
You tell my stories then, Brian. You seem to got it down.
All right, I'll tell
You
you.
got the template down.
So I'm driving a bus. I look out my window. I see a dick, and I think it's a good-looking dick. So I just stare at it or whatever. Maybe I videotape it, but I just kept staring.
Brian, you're the only one that was against that.
Okay, I'm not against looking at it because
No matter what you say right now, it's gonna sound bad.
no.
Stop.
I'm not against that you were looking at it. I get it. You can't look away. I do get that. What I am against, you had a thought of filming it
To
some point.
tell other people and
Scientific
to
purposes.
have for the story.
But then there's a
You can't
dick on
just
the
say
phone.
something like that and like people will be like, yeah, sure, that happened. All right. And it's like, let's go to the videotape.
Right. Now you have a video of a dick on your phone. I have a problem with that.
Why? Because it's not on your phone?
Major problem.
Oh, Brian.
Did you ever see or hear the Kevin Hart stand up when he was trying to his friend's daughter's cell phone had a picture of a dick and he was trying to describe it to Kevin Hart? He's like, there's a hot dog without a bun. And he's just going in and he goes, there's a dick on the phone. He's like, well, what do you plan on doing? He's like, I'm going to take the phone and go down to school, find out whose dick it was.
I haven't watched that in a long time. That was funny.
Yeah, that's a good one. So really, Chris, no stories?
I don't even remember my stories. Someone has to remind me of my freaking stories.
You're on a bus. Go.
Okay, on the bus. People dip the Metro card, and I take them from A to B. End of the story.
What about C?
If there's a C, then something went haywire along the line.
I feel like there could be a C,
Well, there always could be a C.
but is there a C?
That's about all we have for this week. If you want to keep the conversation going, you can hit us up at our Twitter accounts. I'm at AEJ Costanza. Brian is at big_Bruins. The email address is sspodcast1@gmail.com. Have a shitty week.
I like that. If you want to keep the conversation going, like we were even keeping it going.
He stole that from Greg Miller.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No.
Yeah.
Is that even the thing they say?
Greg used to say that on Beyond all the time.
Huh.
You
Well,
stole
no,
it.
that's not where it came from, but
Well, you stole it.
fair enough.
Generic thing, Brian. We also say thank you and hello. Should we cite sources for those words as well?
I would like a reference for everything you say.
I think it was Jesus who first said, "What's up, guys?"
I hope you had that so we can end it there.
Oh my god.
Did you have that, Anthony?
Have what?
That all recorded?
Have what recorded?
What,
He's
back-
still recording.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. Listen to the other ones you say you're gonna edit, and then everything's in there.
Everything.
No, I edited out the whole beginning part.
To make the podcast better, in the beginning we should just say something about, all right, well, it's over. As soon as we think the recording ends, I feel like we get better. But I've been wrong before.